everybody. Welcome to the Activate the Thriver Within. And let's start by centering ourselves. Dana is in the subway, so we will see how it goes. Dana, you don't have to close your eyes, but just feel your feet on the floor, even though you are on move or you're out of the subway. Okay. Okay, so just take a breath and release. And another one. And with the next one and last one, what I wanted to do is to really ask yourself and your subconscious mind, what questions do you have about the program or about money or about modules, or what do you need to heal today? So you can take whatever you need from this session. And take another deep breath. And out. Yes. So, how are you with the modules? And I know you've been through the modules and you had some letters to write. How was it?
Well, I think I finished the letter to my mother. I started the letter to the part of me that doesn't let me um, mourn my father's death.
Mm-hmm.
And also I started to write the letter to that person that fell in love with my ex. And also I started the list of how I want to be around money, how I want my relationship with money to be.
Mm-hmm.
What I found out, it is very hard to me to write letters to it's very hard for me to get out of myself the hate, the vomit, that
Mm-hmm.
has to come out in this kind of letters. It's like the letter to my mom is like, well, I never want to be like you, like this, or like that. No critic, bully, no compassion, blah blah. And then I say, "Oh, I'm horrible. I feel horrible saying this to you. I feel horrible putting all this blame on you." And then I go again. I never want to be like you. And then I said,
That's
"But I know
good.
you did that because you couldn't do anymore." And it's like I feel like um, I don't know, like there is two parts in me, and one is saying it's that little girl that got uh, abused, that got hurt, and then is the adult that say, okay, but you are big right now, you know that she really wanted the best for you, you know that that's all she could. And I go writing that, and I now like, fuck your education, I hate you. And then yeah, but that's all it. And it's
I know it sucks
finishing.
the energy out of your body.
It's like I have two persons inside of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also I thought about this a lot, the last the, the last week, yeah, this week, and also the week before. My grandfather had schizophrenia, the father of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my mother was depressed. I know the mother of my father, my grandmother, was depressed also. And it's kind of like, I'm afraid, is there something on a psychical level wrong with me? Is this normal to be like this? But yeah, I go ahead and do it anyway. And sometimes, yeah, I get this. I'm really frightened for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid. Yeah, I get this, that I'm afraid.
Well, it's normal to feel afraid, especially when you had so many people who were suffering from the same disease. What I've learned is that our diseases that doesn't pay forward, like we are not taking the disease um, from mother to child. It's our thoughts and our emotions who are
Yeah.
creating that.
Mm.
Yeah. So
No.
if you look back, your mother didn't know any better, because she was living in a period of time when people didn't have access to internet, to lots of stuff. I mean, I'm talking about Romania. Yeah, I'm not talking about America. I'm not talking about um, countries that weren't on didn't suffer from the communism. Yeah, so even though people left Romania, they left with all their baggages. So leaving a country or staying in another place, that doesn't make you another person. You are the same person living in another environment, but the old beliefs and the old systems, all the um, everything that you felt in the past are with you there, right? So it's normal to feel afraid and to feel scared. Yes, but this doesn't mean that you are like this.
No,
And
I know I'm not. Only that having this, they're big, they're not obsessive, not yet, but there are a lot in my mind. So I
I can honestly tell you is because you are a charismatic leader. We all have thoughts like this, especially when we live more in the dark side than in our light side. It's like the charismatic leader and the knowledgeable achiever are the most powerful profiles, and they are the ones who are beating themselves up a lot, and their inner dialogue is like ruthless.
yeah.
So that's why you have these thoughts of, I'm okay right now. No, I'm not okay. Is this good? No, it's not. You're not
No,
going
this is
along.
okay. It makes you feel great. No, this is not okay for you. This is that. Makes you feel great, but it's not good for you. Yeah, but it's how I feel inside, and this is good for me. No, it's not.
Mhm. And this is depending on the person. I don't know a lot about your mom, but I can get a feeling that every time you wanted something, she was saying that it's not good for you, or you didn't make a good decision.
She, she never really cared what I wanted. Basically, all what she had to say was, you want that? Go work, make money, and buy it for yourself. If you want something, go work for it.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna give you that. And no,
Even as a child.
yeah, no. She didn't ever give reasons why to no. I want to go to grandpa house. No, but I want to. No, because I say so. Because I'm the big one and I say so. Why not? Because I say so.
Well, that makes sense because it can create an inner dialogue inside yourself. You know,
And
when
also because you do not deserve this, because you didn't take a straight A on at math, because you screamed at me before first because you were rude to your sister, or you don't deserve it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you see how her dialogue made you feel less confident?
Yeah, and I practically transformed it in my inner critic. I always say that to myself. And I see that, and I want to stop that, and I cannot. It's
Yes, you
like,
can.
I don't know, part of me, or maybe I'm a victim.
Shock. Okay. Tell me how is with the, so you have time to finish module 3 or
No.
no? Okay. Dana, did you have the time to go through module 3? Can you write in the chat or just
Hey, no, I didn't yet.
okay.
Not so far. It's on my list.
Okay. Okay. So Anna, what I want to tell you about what we've talked is when you feel this impulse of I want that, but that's not good for you. I need that. No, no. You know that inner battle, just sit down with a pen and a paper and write down, okay, so who are you? What's your name? And give it a name to this part of you who is against. You know, like really pay attention to this part of yourself because this is from that child that wasn't heard, wasn't taken care of, yes, wasn't understood. So you need to create a balance within because that voice inside who is against what you want or what you desire or what you need is actually that little child who suffered. Yeah, so when you take yourself and you stay with that child and you say, okay, I'm here, I'm listening, why do you think it's a bad idea? Why don't you want to do this? You know, so you'll see that that inner critic will lower because you are doing the same thing as your mother right now. You know, like you want something and then you come with no, you are not allowed to do that, and you are not giving yourself a reason why. You just nope, shut down, nope, you are not allowed. Yeah, so first I want to ask you, how do you feel about after you wrote the letter to your mom?
Guilty yet relieved.
Did you have time
Not
to do some
really
EFT on?
guilty. I'm sorry, it was not guilty, it was ashamed. I was ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah,
ashamed. Yeah, it was not guilt, it was shame.
yeah, it's normal. We all, I know Romanian, I don't know about other countries, but in Romania you were so ashamed if you would
Yeah.
have talked about your parents in a bad way.
Also, I remember it was a normal word to say to your child whatever wrong he did. Like he spilled the milk, oh, shame on you. He broke
Yeah.
something, oh, shame on you. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you do some EFT about on the letter?
Yeah, I read the letter, the letter, and yeah, I tapped, but like, for example, when I wrote the letter to that I should stop with thinking about my father's death, I should stop mourning, and that it was really relieving reading it and tapping, and I cried a lot, and I really felt it. But with the letter to my mom, yeah, I read it out loud, I tapped, and it's like there is nothing there. It's like sometimes I said, is it that I just cling on to this problem with my mother, but it's really not there? Or did I just shut it out so good that I cannot feel it anymore? I don't know.
You shut down your emotions around it. You've heard so many times no that you started to say, okay, I don't care. I will not feel this anymore. I will not
Yeah,
be.
also when I look at the letter, it has some sparks or glimpses, or I really feel this, but most of it I feel it fake.
Yeah.
So I did another thing that somebody taught me. It's this thing where you make a circle in the middle, you put what you like to feel or what you like to live or no, and then you make other 12 circles and you write in these circles positive affirmation, things that you really believe about that situation. So it was like up, it was like, mom, I hate you. In the middle in the circles with mom, I love you, and then all the other circles with positive affirmations. And boy, they were so hard to find, like affirmations that I really believe in. It that yeah, and it was a nice exercise, but the same. Although I do believe in those affirmations, I feel like they're fake. I
Yeah.
don't know.
What are you feeling now?
That I'm hiding behind all this mother stuff, mother thing, mother problems.
So you feel like you are hiding behind your mother?
Yeah, behind what she did to me. Like, yeah, I'm a shitty person, but she did that to me. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stupid. I don't want to feel like that. And I know it's not like that. I don't want to victimize myself. And the fact is that, like, I was 18 when she died. So a lot of years passed. And I always felt like that I'm hiding behind my problems that I have with her. And that I'm putting in her back more that she was really responsible for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you something. If a child, let's say around 4, 5, 6 years old, is asking her mother to buy her a toy or to buy her a dress that she needs, and her mother says no, you have to work for it, would you blame the child?
No.
But who would you blame?
obviously the parent.
And yet you blame yourself for what your mother did to you. I'm not saying you should hate your mother, but for the healing to occur and to be done, you need to honor that child that suffered. Because all the personal development and every book that is teaching you how to be responsible as adult and how to push forward, and it's not your mother's fault because you're an idiot, that's not okay. What we need is to really see how that child felt. Because you see, the one who is judging your mother isn't you, the adult. Is that child who lives inside of you, who suffered. It's the adult is like, get your shit together. How can you be such a dick? Let her rest in peace. She's my mom, for God's sake. But the child is like, hello, I'm here. She did that. So that's why when I told you to write the letter, I told you to write it from the child's perspective. Because the adult, and especially you are really present of who you are as an adult, and that you take full responsibility for it. But you forget something. That wounded child lives in you. So you are this responsible adult who is paying taxes and is like, nope, no, sir, better safe than sorry. I will pay everything. So I'm a responsible adult. And at your will is this little child who is like, God damn it, mother, I wanted that dress. I wanted that toy and you didn't give it to me. Can you see how where the battles comes from?
Yeah, I see it, but I don't know what to do with it because
Okay,
it's very hard. I'm always.
I know. I wanted to bring you to this point so you can have an awareness, because sometimes if we clear and we heal without the awareness, it's like we are doing the healing but we don't have the awareness. Yeah. So I wanted to turn on the heat so you can feel more of that child who suffered, and to do some healing around that, because I know this will be really beneficial for everybody. I'm sure that everybody who is listening this replay will say thank you, Anna. I actually am a responsible adult, but that little child inside is like, we all have it. We all have it. The reason why I'm able to, and sometimes I let that child to do some nasty things, like when I was at my father's funeral and I interacted with my brother, that child was like screaming and yelling, F you, And then when I got home and this responsible adult and this healed person came up and she was like, what the hell? And I realized that I didn't do healing around my brother. And I blamed him for lots of stuff. And I was like, I'm good. I wasn't good. I was like, I wanted to smash his head, honestly. No, I'm laughing. I wasn't laughing back then. So that's why I'm saying it's for me it's easy to see this, and Dana knows that we did a lot of healing around that around the child, and because this is this process is from the Ignite Your Power transformation processes that I'm doing with on chakras. So they are all related with the inner child and the child that suffered, right? Because if we think as adults like, oh, we are responsible adults, and I'm sure you are, every single one of you, yet that child still suffer. And in order for us to shut down that inner critic and to really, you know, really feel the love inside, is like allowing ourselves the freedom that we really crave. Yeah, and that is giving us power. So are you ready to shift some things? Dana, do you want to say something? I feel like you want to say no. Okay. I want to say I have this necklace. So inside here, you can see, you cannot see now. And if you look close, you can see it's written "I love you" in 100 languages.
Wow.
Yes, I love it. And it's close to my heart. I bought it for my friend and I was like, I want one. Okay, so with that being said, let's tap. And what I want you to feel is the child that suffered and the adult who is like, oh, you shouldn't feel that. That's not okay. Okay. Okay, let me pull up my sleeves. Let's tap. Oh my God. I feel so ashamed. I'm a responsible adult. Why do I have to blame my mother for this? Or my father? I shouldn't blame them. It's not their fault. But whose fault is it? Who raised me? If not them. Yes, of course, I'm an adult. But this child is still hurt. And it is my job to protect this child. It is my job to give a voice to whatever I feel right now. Because it wasn't fair. And I totally blame my parents. Even though it's not right. Sometimes I secretly blame them. And I should. My mom always said no. If you want something, go to work. And you can replace with whatever your mother or father were saying. I'm not buying that for you. They didn't care. I was just a little child. now I am criticizing myself. I am the one who is beating myself up. Because I secretly feel that I need to pass that on. And I beat myself up because I'm judging my parents. And one part of me is saying I should. And the other part is blaming me. I honor this inner battle. I honor my inner critic. I honor my wounded child. And I allow this child to be free. And I allow myself to listen to my inner child. Listen to its needs. And honor them. If she or he wants love, I take the time to give it to him. If she or he wants a toy, I always have money to buy it. Even it's a cookie. I always have time for my inner child. Because this inner child is feeding me, is helping me grow even more. It is my life partner. And I honor myself and I honor my inner child. And I make peace within, in mind, body, and spirit. Okay, take a breath. Yeah, shake your body. Shake it, shake it. How are you feeling, Anna?
I remember the last time I was Saturday, I was doing groceries with my fiance, and I wanted ice cream, and it was I who said, no, this is not a responsible decision in this moment, because we need to go to another place and we're gonna get home a little bit more it was a long time till we gotta go home. We got to get home, and no, it is not a wise decision to buy ice cream now because it's going to melt all over. And no, and I didn't buy it since Saturday either. And I want ice cream.
Okay, you know what to do now.
Yeah. And I do so many shit like that. No, this is not the responsible decision in this moment. I need to.
Okay, so every time you hear the responsible or responsibility, you just take a breath. What do I want right now? I don't care what's responsible. What do I want right now? What's responsible is to love yourself. What's responsible is, yes, not to hit somebody or murder someone. As long as you're not doing that, you are good. So, not buying an ice cream, call it, this is not responsible, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and I only talk about this kind of decisions that I make. It's not, of course, if I think it's not responsible to hit somebody in the city, I will not do that. Of course, I don't even think about that. But like, I don't know, I'm coming home from some place, and I just got this urge to pass through the park, and no, it's not responsible. Not now. I have to go home. I have to cook. I have to. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm not hurting anyone if I'm taking the park. I wouldn't have hurt anyone if I would buy the
I
ice cream.
know.
So on. Yeah.
I know this, but do you know it?
Yeah.
I want to tell you a secret. So my kids came home on Sunday, so I didn't see my kids for 3 weeks. When I talked with my ex-husband, oh, another dress.
I just took something off.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you stay
We
longer,
can do
who
this.
knows?
Next time, yeah, I will be with.
Oh my God. Okay.
This is the result of your coaching. What can I say?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I take it in. Okay, so for me, I take really seriously. I mean, I'm a mother of four, so I don't just buy sweets and candies all the time, and I'm not just like, I have days when we all eat sweets, and days when we don't eat, including myself. Like, that's a limit. And when they came, I was like, tomorrow we are going groceries. um, I think 3/4 of my groceries were only sweets, candies, and ice cream. We got home and I was like, just let's eat ice cream. And for 2 full days we ate like crazy. Only, I don't know, eclairs, ice cream, muffins, like whatever we wanted. And I told them this is only to because it was such a lovely environment to eat the sweets and to talk about whatever they did in Holland, and uh, everything that was in there. So but now they know, and I know, that it is time to stop the bullshit. Because if we eat only that, it's like I feel a little dizzy from so many sweets. And this morning they wanted pancakes, so they made some pancakes. So another sweets, but from tomorrow we are done. Like so done with the sweets. And it's good from time to time to have this, you know. Yes, with the child, I mean, I truly believe that we shouldn't eat, and even adults, we shouldn't eat every single day ice cream or stuff like that, especially if they are not homemade, or they are not good for us. Like, it's not okay for our body to just indulge in sugar. Yes, but from time to time, like, we are all kids, like, let's do it. So yes, every time you hear the R word, just what? I didn't hear that. I'm taking the park. It is a habit, a new habit. Yeah, because we do the healing, we do the clearings, but sometimes we need to change the habits as well. Yeah. What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, the habits are very, very important. As a matter of fact, mm, since the beginning of this month, I I'm not trying. I'm implementing a morning routine because my morning routine was disastrous, and It was also before when I was working, and I know I can be disciplined, and I know I can have a healthy morning routine. So I've been working on implementing that for this month, and it's all about habits. And I see how hard it is for me to take off one of bad habits, let's say, that I have, that my alarm goes off, and I'm like there, and no, not yet, and I still stay in the bed like for 1 or 2 hours, and that is not okay for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is, but most of the time, no. Also, the bad habit to look at the social media first thing in the morning. So hard to get off of that, but little by little, little by little, I'm doing it.
It's
And
harder to let go of the old habits than to implement new ones. And
yeah,
what
also,
makes hard to implement the new ones is that we didn't let go of the old ones.
what I'm trying to do is anyway take new habits that I like. So
Yeah.
I make movement, but movement that I like. If I don't like fitness, if I don't feel like fitness this morning, I will dance. If I don't feel like dancing, I'll stretch. And I don't. I try not to get hung on. No, I need to dance every time. No, I can find another way of moving myself. But the important thing is that for me, is that I go on change. Implementing something new over something old,
Mm-hmm.
taking out watching social media, but I have to put something in there, because if not, I'm going insane. I'm going eating my nails, being like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I know that I've mentioned so many times my book that I'm reading, The Flow, of Alicia Vitti. It's there on my mirror. And she's saying that in the first part of the cycle, so we have the whole cycle, which has 4 parts: the follicular, the menstrual, the luteal, and I forgot the fourth one. And in the first in the first half, it's good to do high intensive training. It's helping us really lose the weight, or really shift in the body what we need. And then in the second part of the cycle, when we have the period and the luteal phase, we need to slow down and maybe do some yoga or pilates or stuff like this. So it's really, really important to listen to our bodies. We are women, so
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm very happy that these mornings I'm very energetic, and I dance and I do a lot of movement, and I know my premenstrual phase is coming, and my menstruation, and I know I'm going to slow down or even stop, because it's very hard for me. So, but it's okay. It's okay.
Mhm.
Okay with that. I it took me a lot of time, but I think 2 years, for me to be okay with slowing down or stopping when I have my menstruation. And and it is stupid, because I hurt so much, and for so many times I said, yeah, it hurts, but it's not okay to stop. Keep going. No, I need to stop and hurt and
Well,
bleed.
yeah, what I believe is that it's not normal for our period to hurt.
Yeah, it's not normal. I know it
You
is
know,
not, but what can I do? I'm trying everything.
I
I'm
truly
doing everything.
believe, yeah, I truly believe that we need to stop, like not stop for good, but maybe slow down and to really see what our bodies need, and not just
Go
push and
inside.
push.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Dana, how are you?
Yeah. I'm good. My menstruation just is over, and after that I'm woohoo another period, and and I had I told you about my healing from this menstruation, and I told Cornelia that I had a very big awareness and I did an exercise that I'm doing usually with her during the coaching hours. And I learned it and I tried it by myself when I felt that, well, it's the moment that I would apply it. And I will let you know when my next menstruation comes, how are the effects, and then I will share it with you because I really want to be.
Mm-hmm.
For now, it's too early.
Yeah.
I really want to see the results by myself.
Well,
And
if any of you, it's sorry, Dana, if any of you it's interested, we can take a session from these Q&As and to do some healing around.
oh, wow, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because I feel like it will help. Because if you allow yourself to not have pain, I don't have pain. I never had pain. Maybe once or twice, but for sure I wasn't in balance with myself. But I didn't feel that. And every time I had my classes where we were doing exercising, I was just doing it. I didn't care. I was on period, and when my colleagues were like, "Oh, I can't do it because I'm on period," I was like, well, "So what?" I mean, I didn't understand why they weren't doing that, so I know, I understand, but back then I was like, I don't understand why. Now I understand that there are women, and most of the women, who are suffering from that. And I have a friend who had amazing pain, amazing, like she couldn't get out of the bed when she had her period, and we did some exercising, some healing around that, and since then she's like new. She has 3 kids and she's like, woohoo! So it can be healed.
Hopefully. I had it since forever. I don't know period without pain. So very big pain,
It is possible.
debilitating pain. So
Yeah, it is possible. I also, for me, was also the same. The first day was very, very with a lot of symptoms, and it was zero activity. I was just lying in bed or crawling home from school. I remember that was excruciating pain some days, many days.
Yeah.
And I had a few days. The first time when I had no pain was I was with a lover that at the time I was very in love with him, and I spent the day with him at his house, at his home. And that day I realized, watched movies and stuff like that, and I realized, oh my God, where is my pain? What happened? And then it was the first time that I thought, wow, it's possible. I wonder what happened and how can I do that better.
It
was
maybe
really amazing.
you associated that you are safe there, because periods are around safetiness, feeling safe and secure, and because
Safetiness and maybe because it was the polarity between me and him, and the thing that the woman in me felt very good,
mm-hmm.
and that relaxed somehow.
Yeah.
My muscles.
Well, we will ask in
and
the group if any other woman is interested in doing that, so we can do that.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't wait.
Me too.
because it's affecting us. It's affecting us every month, every day somehow. I mean, every month at least, a few days.
Every month, and sometimes it's like the full period. It's a mess. So it's affecting like 4 to 5 days of a month, and that's insane.
4 or 5 days.
Yeah, and it has also
Try 10.
What?
10?
And
Not
my
not
God.
10 days of pain, of menstrual pain, but
Of
10 days of
period.
totally depression, anxiety, trouble to sleep, not loss of appetite, nervousness.
Wow.
This is before, when I it's the premenstrual phase. Then
Mhm.
comes the pain. So even if you are tired or don't have you don't have an appetite or anything, it doesn't matter because it hurts so bad. And the all other stuff it just fades.
Okay,
Oh,
let's do this because it's insane. Like for me,
yeah.
no, no.
And our power as women also is connected with this.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of stuff regarding this, and I did experience maybe I can count on the fingers of one hand uh, menstrual pain-free menstruation. But the fact is that, for example, I discovered in a period of time, I discovered that um, my bioenergy was helping. So I was always, 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 when I had pain, I did this, I put it on there, I meditate, and everything was fine. It worked like for 2 months, and then it didn't work anymore. I made hormonal balancing. It worked somehow, somewhat, but it really didn't, it was not gone. And after I finished this hormonal balancing, because I cannot keep going taking on hormones and everything, it went back like just the way it was before. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I
Find
was
something, you're
imagine.
yes, yes, I found it. This is not gonna hurt anymore. Yay, I'm gonna do this again. And then it just doesn't work. It works one time or two times, something like that, and then
Yeah, that's why we need to look at it from another angle and to really heal whatever creates that pain, you know, because that period, it's like is connected to life, right? So the blood that is coming out is actually the egg that wasn't what's called, that
yeah.
didn't become a child.
penetrated.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
in a sexy mood, so
yeah. I can tell. So when we have that blood coming out, it's like life pouring out of us, but it's not that. It's just a metaphor. It's not actually that thing. And yet we need to settle down. We need to put on the brakes and to really feel what we need to feel in that moment, in those moments. And we know we don't need more sweets and candies and chocolate. That's insane, because that creates more pain, and that
Yeah.
creates addictiveness. Like we become addictive for sweets and chocolate.
Mm.
I've seen so many TikToks where men are throwing candies or chocolates on the bed, and the woman is like, "Give it to me, give it to me." That's not normal, and we don't need
it's
to.
sad.
Hmm?
That is sad.
Yeah, I mean, they are showing a face of a woman who is not real, because actually the woman is not like that. If you take a woman in her period with her pain and you ask her to prepare a meal, she will do it, and she will
Not me.
not argue with you.
I will not. I will
You
kill
will
you.
not.
Yeah. If I'm on my period and you come to me and ask for something, I will kill you, and I will not be guilty for it. I will kill you.
Okay.
I will not do it in my first day. Then I will.
Yeah. Well,
The first 2-3 days. Then
I'm sure I'm talking from a mother's perspective.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe as a
Yes.
single woman I wouldn't care, but as from a mother perspective, I would tell you every single woman will do that. No question.
Yeah.
You know, so it's insane how we can carry pain with us. And I've seen lots of TikToks as well with men who are trying those simulators that are simulating the pain of a labor or the pain of a period, and they're like, oh my god, excruciating.
Yeah. I would also make some women try that.
I want to try it, like, because I don't know how is
but
the pain.
for example, look, I hear you talk about this. I hear you saying, I don't know what this is, but I'm compassionate for who feels it, and
Yeah.
I understand. But the women that I met that never felt pain, or they're very uncompassionate. I found men more compassionate than those women.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Everybody has periods. Why I have a period and I'm not like that? Yeah, we're not all the same. And because you're a woman, you should be at least a little bit more understanding.
Yeah, and I was like this in my high school because I couldn't understand, you know, because in my family this wasn't a thing. Like, we all had periods. It's like, whatever, you know.
Yeah, but it's one thing to have it in high school when you don't know a lot. It's one thing to have it when you're 40.
Honestly, I've heard lots of women telling me about this.
Yeah.
And telling me like, I'm dying. I feel like I'm dying. I cannot hold this pain anymore. And that's why I understand from another angle and point of view, because I've talked to lots of women about this, you know. But if I wouldn't,
because you're open,
yeah,
to understanding.
Not sure.
I was last year I was in my supervisor's office, which is a woman and Romanian, and crying my ass off and saying, Diana, you have to let me go home. I cannot work today. I was crying. I was crumbling to the ground, and I was, please let me go home. Please let me go home. And she was like, I don't know what all this big fuss is about. We all have periods. What is wrong with you? There is something clearly wrong with you. You need to go to a doctor. And I said, Diana, I'm always been like this. Please don't make don't talk, don't make this discussion with me now. It's leave me home or leave me alone. Don't go pushing there. I don't understand you. You are so wrong. You are so not really not only not understanding, but also judging.
yeah.
And so,
well, I can understand why you feel like that, and why you feel this anger towards people who cannot understand it. And that's why I want to do this, because
but it's like that.
Yeah, it's normal to feel resentful when people don't understand your pain.
It is.
Yep. You know, but this comes from many other sources. Like, with as I said, I never saw my mom in pain, or my sister. And my sister is older than me, so for me it was natural, so I don't feel the pain. And I've seen this with giving birth as well. like for me, I didn't have an issue giving birth naturally. I gave birth naturally all my kids. Yeah, so Michael was born in the motorhome in Croatia, so it's with no doctor, with no nothing. It was just me and my ex-husband and the kids, the
No
girls. So
doula, no nothing.
none.
Wow,
And
you're
Sophia
brave.
as well. Sophia was born in a monastery in Costinești. In a, it was actually the hotel in the monastery, and we wanted to go to the clinic where I gave birth to my twins. And when I got up from the bed, I was like, oh, she's coming out.
Wow,
And I gave birth like
wow.
It's
yeah.
interesting that it was in a monastery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Sophia means the wise woman or something like that. And she always has this. I mean, one time I remember one of the twins couldn't do something, and she was like, if you want to and you really believe it, you can do it. And I was like, what? She was 4 back then. I don't remember exactly, but she was like little, and I was like, oh my God.
Little Buddha.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, ladies. I leave you now, and I will see you next week. Maybe we do the healing around period, because I feel like it is the time to really do that, and to live pain free.
Yeah. Bună, bună, Mihai. Yeah, we have another option. We can wait until we get to menopause, and then we don't have any pain and no period.
Okay.
Don't think about it. It's
But
not
this
like
is not. This is not.
not
Now
like
it just crossed my mind a few times, and then I realized, no, 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 no. I want to heal this now while I still have it. I don't
Well,
want
it's
to
a
wait.
choice. I mean,
I'm old.
I'm not asking anybody to do something that they don't want.
No, no, no. I was just mentioning it.
anyway, from what I read, menopause it's not free of pain or inconveniences. So and isn't it so much
Heal as
better
much as we
than
can.
to live the moment now happy, because maybe I won't get to have a menopause.
Yes, yes,
Maybe
yes,
I'm
yes,
not-
yes. I totally agree. I was just
Oh.
saying that it crossed my mind a few times, but no.
It is
I really
possible
want to
to
heal
not
also.
have menopause.
I'm sorry.
It is
I think so.
possible
I've
not to
heard.
have menopause.
I think it's possible. It's possible not to have menstruation. So yes.
I've heard that, but
Yes.
menopause, I would love that.
Yes, because if the menstruation stops, you don't. You keep your energy and you don't get to menopause. Never. If you just transmute the menstruation.
I think everything is possible. Just need to
Exactly.
find out how.
Good point. Let's leave it at that point.
I always thought that. Always, everything is possible.
In Mantaxia, in the Taoist tradition, I read this in a book one day, and I was like, what? When they say that they work with the orbit, somehow how they have it in Taoism, and there are women who don't have menstruation after that because working with the energies and transmitting the energies, and they don't have. And I was shocked. all the
Yeah,
time I read
I
it.
once heard about a girl that was able to control her menstruation. Like this month, I want a menstruation. This month, I do not want menstruation.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, everything is possible.
Girls, I have to go. I'm taking my kids to the
Okay.
judo.
Okay. And
First
Cornelia,
time.
you are wearing red, by the way. You are wearing red,
Yes.
and we are
And red
talking about
lipstick.
this subject. and red lipstick. I'm having a red chair,
Yeah, and
and Anna is having also
too.
red stuff there.
So you're
Yeah.
everything is red. Even the button is red.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, I will see you next
Already
week.
done recording. Okay. Thank you.
so we
Hug you.
can so we
See you
can
next
heal some menstruation pain. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Amen.
I love you all.
Bye.
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 I love you too. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Pa, Mihai.
Hi.
Pa.